Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear my voice. Let me check. Oh, okay. Wow, people are watching. Welcome. Welcome to the secret stream. Don't tell anyone you saw this. So yeah, I just got this camera thing set up, so let's try it out. And I guess what I'm doing tonight is a little study of this military costume. So what I was gonna do is draw it in different poses. So I have some different reference here. All right. Oh yeah, this is basically figure warm-up, but we're wrapping something other than the anatomy around it. Also, if you hear people shouting, my roommates are playing Smash right now. think it will. Does YouTube save this? I don't know. I don't know how this works. So with this, I've already kind of done some drawings of this outfit to see like the patterning and stuff. So now it's just kind of applying it to whatever pose and trying to get the clothing to sort of work around it. So if you guys are looking at clothing and things, the big thing to look at are the seams. So areas on the sleeves, like where we see this connect, those kind of create the structure of the clothing. So also things like straps, you know, this basically breaks them down into form, kind of like this, with his sort of waist strap things, giving us this cutoff here and this volume. Gumroad, yeah, those I'm I'm working on them, and yeah, streaming. We'll see. Yeah, this is just kind of a test, so see how it works, and yeah, I'll probably do more. So this helmet thing, let's turn it over. Anatomy and figure drawing. So really, if you're just starting out, don't worry about anatomy too much. I mean, you need to kind of learn it to some degree when you're learning the figure, but what's more important is understanding how to draw form. Oops, sorry about that, guys. Bottle fell. So, you know, understanding how to break things down into simple forms like cylinders and boxes and things. Because yeah, a big part of figure drawing is being able to see things as volumes rather than just shapes, right? And it's hard to understand the anatomy if you have a hard time understanding things three-dimensionally. But and yeah, really, if you learn forms and volumes, you know, I always tell my students this will teach you to draw anything, but the anatomy is specifically for people. So you want to kind of take like a holistic approach to learning things. And that's how you kind of learn to draw everything. But yeah, anatomy, again, you have to kind of learn some of it as you are figure drawing. You can do this all digitally too. You know, most of the work I do, like professionally and stuff, it's all digital. But you know, sometimes that's not always convenient if you're in like a workshop environment. If you are going to like figure drawing, because if you are learning it, I really would recommend drawing from life if possible. Because photos can kind of trick you, because you can't see the depth, you can't sort of wiggle around to see what's happening on the other side, you know. And I'm just kind of making this gun up here. It's probably a thing here for the bullets. And figure drawing only? Actually, you know, for work, I mainly do like backgrounds and environments and paint and actually a little bit of character work and props and vehicle, and actually it's a little bit of everything, I guess. But you know, much of my sort of foundation and my personal work is, you know, I just like drawing people. And I like to think I learned it all figure drawing, basically. Let's grab another pose. Yeah, it's a little harder sometimes to get like nice line quality and a variety in line. It does take a little bit of getting used to if you're not used to drawing digitally. And yeah, it's just kind of a hassle switching between brushes and stuff, but it's kind of why I like just drawing on paper for my own work a lot of times. But yeah, and part of it too is, you know, when you're drawing on paper like this, you get to use your arm and stuff, and you want to try and mimic that motion as you're drawing on the computer. So I'm still using my arm and stuff as I'm moving on the Cintiq. Or if you're using a tablet, I really wouldn't recommend the tablet for drawing. It's good for painting. Because you can kind of push things around, but you don't have the same accuracy as if you have like a Cintiq or something. Yeah, I do paint, not as much as I used to. I do it for work, like background painting and stuff. But yeah, lately I haven't done much on my own. Sorry guys, Smash is going on downstairs. Welcome. Yeah, you know, the Apple Pencil is kind of like that. I still can't get used to it, but it does have this kind of tilt, and you can turn it on this side. Yeah, I wish they had something like that for the Cintiq. I guess it does have some tilt, but you can't like do a thick stroke and then like a really thin one. Value or color? Value. Value all the way. They say value does all the work and color takes the credit. So if you're into painting, the trick is to start to see colors as value. You know, like a red is gonna just naturally be darker than a yellow. Yeah, this is a Prismacolor. So these are Prismacolor Premier. What is this? Magenta. And I have Crimson Lake and black. What? You know, my sister, are you in Hawaii? I don't have a R station actually. I guess you could. I have a website, thekirkshop.com. Just like the channel, The Kirk Shop. And And I guess if you search WordPress Kirk Shinmoto, you'll find some of the background portfolio stuff. Oh, hey Emil. Long time no see. Alright, so let's try and do this one without much of a lay-in. Feeling out the shapes. It's kind of a chunky outfit here. I guess it's like a Spetsnaz outfit from the 60s or something. And we're gonna go off the page. Ah, yeah, that's cool, Max. Last time I saw her, she was doing some more kind of illustration stuff, or she's back in school. Yeah, I'm doing good. Emil, are you still in LA? Joseph, do you have any resources to recommend, books, courses, etc.? Ugh, man, that's a big question. There's a lot of resources out there. Let me think for a sec. There are a ton of anatomy books and online things. I guess, what do you want to do with your draftsmanship? Is it just like figurative work or more entertainment based? Getting distracted by the lamentations of my roommates. Yeah?
You want pizza mask?
Oh, not right now, sorry. I'm doing a live stream, do you?
Say what?
I'm doing a live stream.
Oh shit, sorry.
That's alright. Oh yeah, Peter Hahn's a great resource, or if you can look up his stuff. Yeah, CGMA New Masters Academy has some more traditional stuff. Depending where you are, there's schools like Concept Design Academy, Brainstorm. Oh yeah, Scott Robertson, that's good. Do more of that. Learning to draw form. I don't know if this it's gonna be in a belt or something. Let's just draw one in, otherwise it's gonna look weird. Oh. Oh, see you, Emil. Yeah, Discord. Yeah, definitely do that. And some, yeah, actually, all my roommates sort of work in animation too, so I guess they're used to seeing naked dudes and drawing and things. So. Oh, Mr. J. Oh, cool. Yeah, who is your friend?
Space Daddy Yankee, the big balls. Keep dancing and listening to Lura in the new YouTube music app.
Oh, what the heck? Oh. Oh no, I remember Russo. Yeah, yeah, he was a fun guy. Oh yeah, it's just drawing a ton. Lots and lots of drawing. And yeah, you know, holding the pencil this way, it's definitely a practice thing. You know, it's not something I started out with. And just like everyone else, I'm used to using the pen grip. Well, I was when I started off, but now this is kind of like second nature. Let's see. Oh yeah, Jeff Watts is great. Oh yeah, he's cool. Well, you can use this just for the pose. You can zoom in a little bit. Let's just grab a little page. Let's move it over here a little bit. So with this, I'm kind of turning her over to the left here a little bit. So we have this kind of opposing facings here. So when you're doing two figures, it's good to sort of think about how they're going to interact with each other. And essentially, you know, the two of them together act as one gesture. Kind
Hey,
of
it's
pushes
Coach Square.
proportions
Check
a
out my
little
song
bit.
Cold War from my album Blood Type in the new YouTube Music app.
Let's see. These references are from characterdesigns.com. So we go here, we go back. So yeah, this site here, characterdesigns.com. And the music is City Girl. You can look them up on YouTube. Don Ang or Jeremy Aninas. I'm not sure who that is or who they are. Sorry. Figure drawing over other areas. You know, the story was, when I was going to school, at one point I wasn't happy with what I was doing, and you know, I really looked up to artists like Craig Mullins and Kevin Chen, and among other, you know, people. And everything, the thing they had in common was just solid drawing. So I just decided to sit down and figure out how to draw. And a good vehicle for that is just through life drawing, because you start to learn about basic concepts like stretch, pinch, simple versus complex, straight versus curves, just these really kind of fundamental design concepts for making things read. You also learn about form, volume, you know, gesture, and usually we think of gesture with, in terms of the figure, but you know, even in like environments and things, there can be a gesture through the space, you know, there's like a winding road or something. So all these concepts you learn through the figure, you know, they can be applied to anything else. I don't really know what I'm drawing right now. I'm just kind of doodling at this point. Goodbye, Maherko.
The love's the latch or the breeze the clean.
I was thinking the easy grip, no slip. Welcome to babyhood. Start your registry today and find the best brands and the best advice for a better babyhood.
This is America. The greatest story ever told.
Every ending is a new beginning.
Yeah, the thing to get over with drawing people is that it's no different than drawing cars or planes or buildings or whatever. Oh, if they were at Art Center, you know, I probably ran into them in the workshop or something. Yeah, I see so many people in the workshop. I have no idea. I'll probably recognize their faces if I saw them, but maybe not by name.
What's remembered?
Oh yeah, Will Weston is an awesome teacher.
You have to come to Floor and Decor. It's every color, it's every style, it's everything you can possibly imagine.
Total inspiration. I mean, I don't know how else to say it.
Oh man, no, don't sell your Cintiq. Really lucky to have that. No, yeah, it can be bad, you know, the Control Z. Even now when I'm because I do it so much at work, when I'm drawing sometimes I feel my hands twitching to undo. But I mean, all you need really is just some pencils and some paper. Just grab just go steal some pens from the bank or something. And like index cards, or draw on the mail. This guy. And you know, when I'm drawing digitally too, I will usually grab a brush that's just like a solid line, and just get used to drawing with that. Or in your sketchbook, just drawing with pen. And it just forces you to be a little more deliberate and kind of think about what you're doing before you put each mark down.
AT&T DirecTV subscribers. What's going on? AT&T DirecTV is about to drop up to 23 of your channels.
I will be so mad.
You'll miss out on shows from Nickelodeon, Paramount Network, VH1, and
even when I'm using a pencil, I don't actually use an eraser anymore. Well, at least not to erase.
Tell AT&T DirecTV not to drop your channels. Call 888
And part of that is because one time my teacher just, you know, I was sitting there drawing and she came up and she just took my eraser away and said, you know, try not to use this so much. And then, you know, she never gave it back. She literally just took it from me, and I never really worried about an eraser after that. Man, what is this? It's a commercial. Yeah, you just get used to not erasing as much. And if I make a mistake, you know, I'll just draw over it. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Simple Beats. Man, what is this guy doing? Who knows? Set him up for silliness. Let's go with that pose that this guy's doing. Part of it too, you know, is I know, like, even if like these drawings are getting a little messy and I know things are getting a little off, but I know I can always, and if I really want to finish this, we could just, this paper is pretty transparent, so what we could actually do is just redraw it. And don't be afraid to draw things over again. See that it's pretty light here, but now, you know, we could come in and essentially do like a cleanup pass on this. And if you mess up again, just get another sheet and draw it again. The thing about working like in animation and stuff is that the drawing doesn't become precious at a certain point, right? You just do it and not think about having to do it over again. or you find ways to hide it, like this hair messing up. Oh well, let's just darken it in and nobody will know. Influential teacher at Art Center. I know you mentioned about taking your at Art Center, the two, I don't know, there are a lot, but I guess three would be instructor named Lori Madden, and she was actually contemporaries with like Glenn Villepeu and Harry Carmine and Carl Ganas. They all went to school together. But I think what she taught really helped me out the most. And, you know, I didn't really understand it at the time, but it was because she was teaching things more conceptually and rather, not so much sort of like literal, like this is how you do things, but it was more kind of think about these concepts and how you can use them, rather than just step by step, you know, this goes here, this goes there. And the other one was Danny Galeotti, who you can find on Instagram. He's been posting some awesome work, his paintings and drawings, and he was a little more step by step. So as far as like technique and stuff, you know, it was a little more accessible. And then also Gary Meyer. So Gary Meyer taught perspective and painting and stuff, and he's just an incredible illustrator. Really old school. But yeah, I feel like I really learned how to paint from him. And what I got out of it mostly was, you know, was more about kind of thinking of what's influencing what you're looking at as far as light and color, rather than just copying what you see and trying to match the colors, but thinking through the mechanics and the logic behind what's happening, rather than just mixing colors exactly as you see them. So you can change things once you understand those things, and it's more about your own design than being a slave to the reference. Oh, drawing legs. Yeah, we can look at some legs. Wait, are you guys... Who are you, Simple Beats? Are you in my class? I guess we can look at this reference here. do a quick thing. So yeah, just like everything else, you know, it's really important to set things up as volumes. Think about the form, not just the shape. And I suppose we have a little bit of a twist to it here. And I think we're actually seeing a little bit more of this side. So if our hitbox coming through here, we'd have from the top of the hips, a 3-finger gap. This is going to drop down. So this would actually be where the legs attach. We have this volume here. Let's see. No, Mr. J. Kevin Chen was actually before me, so yeah, I didn't go to school with him. He was actually teaching there. I took a character design class with him. Oh yeah, Gary he's Santa Claus. Worth is those who do not. It's actually putting in the time. You know, really doing a lot of drawings and honestly doing a lot of studying outside of class. You know, I found that students who sort of take the initiative and, you know, try to kind of explore outside of or beyond what the instructors are talking about, you know, they kind of come into class with an idea of what's going on or what's about to happen. And so here we have this big gesture on the legs here, the sartorius swinging through. And yeah, going above and beyond, like, you know, in class, at least for my classes, you know, I tend to assign a high number of drawings each week because it's all about mileage, really. You know, so students who really stick to the number or do more just will kind of naturally do better. A lot of it is just kind of work ethic, but also you know, really practicing smartly. So do what your teacher tells you to do. Like one example is, you know, I tell people to start with the structure and, you know, work with these volumes and things, but nobody seems to do it. But the people that do, you know, they get good really quick. So my endorsement for form. So we can find the facings to the knees here, set up the structure. It's really the boring stuff in the beginning. That's where you learn the most. Let's see, so this comes in. And so we're gonna get kind of this front and inside of the leg here. We have front and inside here. So this would be sartorius. We're going to get adductors coming through. This big mass we see is the vastus, or rectus femoris here. And then on the outside, this is actually a fat pad popping out here. And we feel vastus lateralis pulling down the side. This is going to end up just above the leg here.
Attention AT&T
And we have this
DirecTV
volume coming in.
subscribers. What's going on? AT&T DirecTV is about to drop up to 23 of your... Attention AT&T
Wow.
DirecTV subscribers. What's going on? AT&T DirecTV is about...
Sorry about the ads. Yeah, nobody believes me when I say this is important because it's not sexy and it's not exciting. At least that's how I feel. I don't know. So we have quadriceps here, rectus femoris, vastus lateralis, vastus medialis. These are all kind of pinching up against patella here. Have this form, and it looks like two bumps because we have this little fluid sac here called the bursa. And there's a tendon coming in from the outside, so I feel that straight. And then as this pushes in, the sartorius, we're going to feel this gesture. It's going to group in underneath the knee here and kind of shift out into the your tibia. And then behind that, we're going to feel the volume of your calf come in. And on the outside, we're going to feel tibialis anterior and a bunch of other stuff here. Let's simplify that. It's going to hook over into whatever this is. Your foot. Sartorius cutting through, so this model, her name is Tony. I haven't seen her in a while, but she models at Art Center. But she's a dancer, so she's got pretty buff legs. So adductors in this case become kind of this depression in here, and this pulling in would actually be the gracilis, which would come back in with the sartorius and move under the knee. And behind that we have the biceps, or the hamstring of the leg. Vastus lateralis just peeking in on the outside, and then these forms push over your knee here. So transition your tibia, push over. Behind that, we're going to get your calf here. And tibialis anterior on the other side. So the sartorius here through the tibia really helps set up the structure and kind of separate these groups of muscles around the leg here. Oh man, anatomy, that's another big question. Well, really, the way I structure my classes, it's week for week, week by week, it's a different part of the body. And so when you're studying anatomy, you can't just like go through the whole body and then, draw all the muscles everywhere. And suddenly you know anatomy, right? You got to kind of take it in chunks. So like 1 week we'll focus on, even within the leg, I'll break it down into the upper and lower leg. So 1 week we'll spend on the upper leg, 1 week we'll spend on the lower leg. And you just take it in chunks like that. And over time, eventually you kind of put everything together. And it never ends. You're always kind of studying anatomy, so you're not going to find everything even after that week, but you know, you kind of get comfortable with it and then you move on, and then you come back to it later and you'll see more. Anyway, so yeah, that's the legs. I guess, you know, up here, if we separate this, since we see this large bump here, that's the vastus, or sorry, the rectus femoris. Again, it's the 1, 2, 3 of your quadriceps. Let's see, I don't know what it was doing I don't know. Let's see, what does this guy want to do? Yeah, no problem. So, truth be told, I'm kind of testing out this stream because I'm considering doing some online classes, and I'm kind of seeing how this works. That's right, I was gonna move this guy up. Oh well. Whatever. Man, 12, 20, hour 25. All right, well, actually, it's been been a little while. I guess I'm gonna end this now. I guess this test was successful. Thanks for tuning in, guys. And I'll probably do some more of these. I don't know if I'll have like a set schedule or anything for this, but I guess they'll pop up once in a while. Or I'll make an announcement or something. Who knows? But alright, thanks guys. I'll see you guys next time.